Well, guys, today was the day. Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome to this installment of Mike's Vehicle Vlogs, and today, well, it's late now. It's 9:45. My wife and I, we kind of did some errands and such, but I finally came home with my new camcorder, and I'm so excited. I'd honestly be a little more excited at this point, but I'm actually getting tired and I have to go to bed soon because I work in the morning, obviously. So, I mean, trust me, I am so ecstatic about this. But in this bag is the new camcorder that is replacing my 7-year-old Sony HDR CX150 Handycam. And, you know, if you followed the last couple of vlogs in regards to this situation and this topic, you know, my 7-year-old camera has quit working to its full potential, just out of nowhere. And the only way that the camera actually records now is if it's in standard quality mode. And I've recorded a couple of vlogs using the standard quality mode, which, when rendered with the high definition software, isn't too bad, but it's not the best that it can be. It's not the clearest that it can be. And I obviously bought the camera years and years and years ago for the high quality purpose of high definition. So for some reason it quit working. I'm assuming I just burned it out over the years. I mean, the camera had a lot of use, so this will be its replacement. So, real quick, let's take a look at the old camera once more. Okay, so this is the Sony Handycam HDR CX150. I have had this camera since 2011, and this is the camera that the Mike's Vehicle Spotlight series has been filmed on almost since its debut. I probably have only filmed maybe the first few MVS features with my older camera, the one before this, and ever since then, since the features that came out in March of 2011 and on, this camera was my go-to camera. So this camera has been a wonderful camera. You can see it actually has 16 gigs of RAM, or not RAM, but memory inside, which surprisingly enough the new camera does not have. It only has 8, but I really don't need the 16. I don't ever go, you know, each filming shoot that I do never really fills up the camera. So the new memory inside the camera is fine, and I can also use the memory card also, but 3.1 megapixels, 25 times Carl Zeiss zoom lens, optical zoom lens, had the, you know, lithium battery. I really liked this camera, and you know, I took it with me. It's almost completely dead now, but I took it with me because I was gonna try to trade it in for the new camera, you know, but since it's not really working, you know, to its full potential, it's not really worth anything, unfortunately. And the thing about that too is, even if this camera were to work in high definition and I wanted to trade it in, I still wouldn't really get a whole lot of money for it. And it's really sad. That just seems to be the way that things are when it comes to these electronic devices now. Is it almost seems like you're stuck with them and they're almost worthless, you know, unless they're obviously brand new. But you know, I wasn't really gonna get anything for this at all, so I decided to keep it anyway, and which I really wasn't planning on getting rid of it, but I figured if I can trade it in toward the new camera I would, because every little bit helps. But it just didn't seem worth it, so I might still use this camera from time to time, either in the vlogs or maybe during some Mike's Vehicle Spotlights. You know, I could probably try to come up with some something for second camera angles. If I end up doing test drive videos, then I think it'll come in handy. Even though there's a slight quality difference, it really, I don't think is gonna hurt that bad, but it is kind of nice to have a secondary camera being in digital format, compared to what the other cameras that I have are. So we're gonna keep it as like a B-roll camera, and I will still use it from time to time. So it's been a wonderful camera, and I'm really sad to retire it from its like full-time position as my only camera. But I guess all good things come to an end, and we start something else that's, you know, new and exciting. So let me go ahead and unbox the new camera for you guys. Okay, so what I ended up going with is another Sony Handycam, which I kind of mentioned to you guys before, I think, in one of the videos, but I went with the Sony HDR CX440 Handycam, and you know, as you can see, it's going to be quite similar to my existing camera. So this camera here, you know, after doing some research, I've read and have seen videos on this, and it's gotten very good reviews. You know, I don't really need anything too over the top for what I, you know, obviously use my camera for. You know, it's still in high definition. It's actually got more megapixels compared to this one. The lens is going to be wider, and I think this camera here, once we actually start filming with it and start watching the videos, I think it is going to make a world of difference in the quality of not only you know, Mike's Vehicle Spotlight, but the vlogs also. So I say this like we're unboxing it for the first time, but I actually had it out of the box at the camera store. Like, we had it out, and the sales rep was showing me some of the features and stuff with it. And the battery, I think, is dead now because it's been, you know, tinkered with for a while. So I'll have to plug it in and let it charge. But I'll show you guys the camera itself. Alright, so there it is. And it's really weird, actually, because it's a little bit longer than the old camera. It looks a little bit beefier than the old camera, but it's actually a lot lighter than this camera. Like, it doesn't even feel like there's anything in this camera. That's how light it is. And like I said, you know, it's got the wider lens, and 9.2 megapixels compared to the 3.1 of the old camera. That one has a 25 times optical zoom. This one has a 60 times optical zoom, also with the you know, the Z lens. The processors are the same. It's got the Exmor, I think is how you say it, Exmor R. This one's Wi-Fi capable, so I can actually use my phone as a wireless remote for some of the functions. The USB actually hooks into the strap, so you don't have to worry about losing your USB. It still takes photos in record mode, which is how I take most of the MVS pictures when I'm filming. Battery goes in here, and you know, just some other miscellaneous slots. That's one interesting thing, is the battery's inside this camera, whereas the old one sits on the outside, so that's interesting. And like I said, it probably won't even turn on now, because I think it's completely dead. Yeah, the battery's low. But as you can see, this one actually doesn't have a touchscreen. There's a little jog control, like a diagonal control that you use, and I'm actually okay with it not being a touchscreen. From the day that I actually got this one, I was nervous to have the touchscreen, and over the years, I mean, if you look at the touchscreen on this one, it's gonna have marks. You can't really tell on the camera, but it's got marks, it's got fingerprints, and there's no buttons really at all on the inside of the camera compared to the buttons that are on that side. You know, a couple of ports there. So yeah, I'm real excited to use this camera. So I'm going to plug it in, and maybe I can actually turn it on, and I'll start filming just, you know, little things here and there with it for this vlog here, and we'll switch over to that camera. So I just can't believe how light it is. It doesn't feel like it's real. It's really weird. So that's it, guys. We finally got the new camera for the vlogs and Mike's Vehicle Spotlight. So that means I'm going to be actually, you know, getting back into the swing of Mike's Vehicle Spotlight. The studio software I'm still working on getting for permanent software, but I did find a temporary fix for that, and even though it's been a pain in the butt to try and work with, I was able to make it work for the time being. So that being said, let me go ahead and turn this camera off, and I'm going to plug this one in, and then we will take it from there. Alright guys, what's going on? So, it's the next day. I was extremely tired yesterday. It was a long day, and I decided to let the camera charge overnight, and that way I can take it outside and walk around and actually kind of do a little more experimenting with this camera. But this is it. I am filming with the new camera right now, and just looking at the angle on the screen here, this lens is so much better. So I'm really glad that I picked out this camera. The one camera that I had in mind, which was also a Sony Handycam, I don't think the lens was exactly this wide, and I like this because I can hold the camera. Actually, I don't even have to hold it as far out as I had to the other one. Like, I would hold the other one out like almost, you know, this far, and I still felt like everything was still really close in the screen. But this one has a nice wide angle, so I don't have to actually hold the camera that far back, and that means when I'm filming Mike's Vehicle Spotlight and I'm inside the car and stuff, I'll be able to finally get a wider perspective with the dashboard and all that stuff. So that's great. I'm so happy with this decision. I just uploaded the first Mike's Vehicle Spotlight feature in so long, and it's processing now. So this video is going to be available to watch here shortly, and I made the video. The video itself was actually shot a while ago, like, you know, with the old camera, and the Edge Sport was actually the very last car to be filmed with this in its full, you know, working order. So the Edge was the very last car for that camera, The very first car for that camera, now that I'm thinking about it, was the 2011 Dodge Charger RT. That was the very first vehicle that I filmed with this camera for Mike's Vehicle Spotlight, and the Ford Edge Sport is the very last. Guys, I cannot get over how light this camera is. It feels so weird carrying it. I almost feel like I'm not really carrying anything. I don't know what to do. Okay, so the cat showed up. Hi, little. He sits in these chairs more than I do. It's almost like they've become his and not mine. Okay, so this is what it looks like outside. Oh, there's the train. The first time the train has been captured on video with the new camera. You know, honestly, it's such a nice day. I should actually cut the grass. It's getting kind of tall. Oh, it's so weird just walking around with this camera. Oh yeah, the grass is really tall. I don't know. Here's the car. The car is actually still pretty clean inside. Oh yeah, just from filming this at this angle and such, it's definitely a good test to see how it's gonna look when I actually go to film the actual cars. Oh, look at that. That's a nice shot there. And I don't even have to stand as far away. Like, I am still really close to the car, so that is awesome. And if we actually sit in the car, oh yes, yes, this is what I've wanted. This is what I've wanted for a long time. This is a good angle. I like this. I think this is going to be good. So, getting back to like maybe like the quality and stuff of the camera, like I mentioned earlier, it is HD. See if I can get this to sit there still. It'll be too light to balance. Yeah, you can. There's definitely a lot more anglage there. Oh, that's nice. So the actual quality is set on the lowest setting for high def, which is the same exact quality that I was using when I was filming with the old camera. So it's still in high definition. If I only do that for memory purposes, because obviously the stronger the quality, the more room in the memory it's going to take up. But I might actually, you know, at some point, maybe down the road, not right now, but I might actually buy expandable, you know, memory for this camera, and then that way we can actually, you know, work with the fullest quality, fullest quality that, you know, is offered. I honestly don't even know if I did it with the other one. I might have tried it a few times, but like I said, I just don't want to use up all the room right now. And yeah, I mean, I still think it's gonna look great, quality wise. So I don't know. I really don't have anything else to put into this video. So I might actually just go ahead and end it now. But here we are. We finally got the new camera, so I'm so excited. If the weather is nice enough tomorrow, when I get out of work, then I might actually try to go shooting at a dealership. So maybe I'll have that to look forward to. Big thanks to YM Camera, located in Boardman. That's where I bought this. I didn't go to a big box store. And a lot of times now, you know, all the stores around here, like the Best Buys and stuff, they don't always have these things on stock anymore. It's all online. And when I was going to, you know, make the purchase to buy a new camera, I was looking online just to kind of get a feel for, you know, prices and reviews and stuff. But I was really hoping that I could find something, you know, where I could take it home that day. And YM camera in Boardman, Ohio was it. So big thanks. They answered all of the questions that I had about it, and they didn't pressure me to buy anything that I didn't want to buy. So very great sales experience if you're in the Youngstown area and such, and you're looking for camera equipment or anything film related. They're probably the ones to go see. So I enjoyed there. I will definitely be going back if I need anything else. So YM camera, thank you for all of your help, and I'm very, very satisfied. So guys, thanks for watching this. Hopefully you made it this far and you got to see all this test footage and stuff. But if you like this, and if you like anything else that I put up, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe also. By the way, Mike's Vehicle Spotlight is now on Instagram, and I don't have my phone with me. I left it in the house. But I did decide to actually make an Instagram for MVS, and I might actually, obviously use it to post pictures of cars that I've filmed, or my personal cars, if I clean them up real nice or something, and maybe just some other things here and there, just to kind of keep in touch with you guys. So that being said, I'm thinking about completely deleting the Twitter account, because I honestly was never a big fan of Twitter, and nobody's really using the Twitter to keep in touch or check things out. I think there's only 6 followers, and I know like 4 of them. So I think it's time to I'm thinking about getting rid of it, but we're gonna give the Instagram one a try. And I do use Instagram quite a bit, with my own personal account. So we'll use MVS in Instagram now and see how it works. And of course Facebook, that seems to be honestly my best way to keep in touch with you guys and post updates on things. And so the Facebook account's definitely not going anywhere. So yeah, check me out on Instagram for Mike's Vehicle Spotlight. Just go to Instagram, type in Mike's Vehicle Spotlight, and it should be there. And that's about it. Don't forget to check out Mike's Vehicle Spotlight. Watch the new feature. I know for a fact by the time that this video airs, that feature has been out for quite a while. And there may even be some other features that have been posted since, now that I got the camera. But like I said, the vlogs are always filmed in advance. Today is July 18th, so it's probably going to be out probably in August by the time you guys see this. Okay guys, I'm going to quit rambling. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and take care. Oh, I saw the bolt in there. I saw the bolt in their window in the mirror. Oh, so that was probably like right above us. That lightning bolt. Oh. That was awesome. That's it. We're moving down here just for the weather.